so many shades of the valley town she sees from far away. And I like to watch when those colors start to fade. You see it all when you're standing on the sidelines. We've been a part of this big machine, climbing mountains, weaving dreams. We've been the anchors, we've been the waves, kept in time and we were straight. Saw Cleopatra, she was covered in gold. Met the Queen of Hearts and her heart was cold. Saw spinning shadows in the pouring rain. Saw you out there too, but I turned away. We keep looking for what we might never find. Looks like we're fools who thought we were wise. We've been a part of this big machine, climbing mountains, weaving dreams. We've been the anchors, we've been the waves, we've kept in time and we were straight. Saw something burning in a dime store, snow glow. Let the confetti fall and see it all unfold. In the crooked rail yards we could dance, we could smile, hinting at a heat wave, hinting at something wild. I'll walk on, I'll crumble and I'll swell, tracing my footsteps, trying to find out where I fell. Here comes the avalanche, my heart just can't contain. It's a storm brewing, but they say it's just a little rain. And we've been a part of this big machine, climbing mountains, weaving dreams. We've been the anchors, we've been the waves, kept in time and we were straight.
Hey guys, welcome in to another live episode of Tunesday Tuesday. Guys, this is episode number 22, featuring an artist that I just learned about through email. She emailed us to be part of our journey here on the Boston Chris Show, and her name is Anna May. We're excited to show some songs of hers tonight. We just played one by her, which is called She's Been Painting. We're going to be talking with Anna here in a minute about a song she has out called Elegy, and her very interesting pick for Song of the Week as well. I gotta let you guys know that my wife and I have come up with two brand new song features for this week's episode that perhaps we will be doing every single week. The first one is called Global Song of the Week, which means we will be picking and featuring a song that came from somewhere else other than the United States every single week. The other thing, the other feature we're going to be doing in celebration of the beginning of baseball season is the double play. And what does that mean? It means we're going to play two songs by the same artist. And that artist is going to be our marquee artist of the week, which is something we've been doing since 2025 began. But now, going forward during baseball season only, the marquee artist of the week, which this week is Miss Summer Dean from Fort Worth, Texas, will have two consecutive songs played to end the show. So really excited about that. If you're finding this show for just by being on YouTube and you found our interview with Anna May, and there's no music as part of this, make sure you click the recap for episode 22, which will be in your YouTube description down below if you want to watch the entire show. We are live each and every week on Facebook and Twitch at The Boston Chris Show, so you guys are welcome to join us live. If you are joining us live, thank you for coming back and being a part of this week's show. Episode 22 with Anna May is going to start right now. Let's go talk with Miss Anna May.
Hey, Chris, how's it going? I'm good. How are you?
I appreciate you hanging out with me and waiting for us. We just played one of your songs to start this week's show. It's called "She's Been Painting." We always intro a song as well as in addition to the song you're here to discuss, which this week is "Elegy." I'm really excited to talk about that song. But yeah, how you been?
I've been good. Yeah. Just coming off of a tour. I did a lot of shows in California, so I'm kind of like getting back to reality, resting and chilling out. So,
So where are you
yeah.
from? Where are you from originally?
Yeah, I'm from the East Coast originally. I'm from Connecticut,
Okay.
but I have been all over the place and lived in a lot of different places. So, yeah,
Uh,
I'm not like a real Yankee. I'm kind of a part part-time Yankee.
are you still in the Northeast?
No, I'm here right now. I was living in Nashville and then moved to California briefly. So I'm kind of like choosing where I'm going to end up next. But for right now, I'm in the Northeast. Yeah.
So just a free spirit then, huh?
Yeah. Well, I've been lucky to move to a lot of different places, which was cool. But I really liked Nashville. That was a good place to be for music, obviously.
Well, yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah. I love Texas. I love Austin's fun. Where are you exactly? Are you in
So
Texas?
yeah, I'm in Northeast Texas, not far from
Okay.
Tyler. Actually, we're about an hour and a half east of Dallas. So
Yeah, okay.
Dallas Fort Worth is just a really burgeoning music scene. But yeah, man, you are busy,
Yeah.
busy. I've been following you since we met through email, and man, you're all over the place, aren't you?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Um I do like to travel, but yeah, a lot of travels have taken me to California lately. So I've been out there. And then I'm coming to Texas in May to play at the Wildflower Music Fest May 17th. So that'll be really fun. Happy to get back
So being
to
a
Texas.
completely independent artist, not just being a songwriter and all of that part of it's going to be interesting, right? Just mapping out and gigging and figuring
Yeah.
out, connecting the dots, so to speak, from one show to the next. Is there anything fun in that part of the business for you?
Yeah, I like that part of it. I'm very much a creative, so like my favorite thing to do is like the writing and playing actual music, but there's a part of me that likes to be like, organized and likes to get shows and talk to people, and I like doing that. There's times when it's a little bit of drudgery, but I think it's a good balance, because if you're doing like creative stuff, you can kind of sink into like the more, I think, like fast-paced business side of it. It's fun for me
And it's
to do
just
that.
you as well, right? So just like you and your instrument. So there's a lot of different, like, outside the box gig ideas. I bet you kind of come across along the
Oh
way.
yeah. Yeah, I love doing like different kinds of
Yeah.
gigs. Like I've ended up, yeah, some interesting. I played at like what we thought was a cult last summer. I mean, just really weird. You end up in kind of odd situations sometimes, and it's fun. Like you end up having like great stories. But I like to find interesting places to play that are off the beaten path, and regular venues too. But yeah, there's a lot out there, a lot of performance spaces.
Yeah, so like you can do living rooms and restaurants and opries, and I mean, there's
Yeah.
I can't imagine all the different ideas that you come up with, just to try to make it from one side of the country to another. Do you usually like
Yeah.
just like plan out like or kind of cut out a couple of states and then just start your tour from there and come up with ideas that way? Is that how you do it?
Yeah, for the most part, I kind of go where I know, I've over the years like kind of figured out where people like my music, and it's not usually in the in the Northeast. I have a
Right?
really
No,
hard
of
time
course not. Yeah.
here. Yeah, so, I figured that out kind of in my early 20s, and I was like, I think I just have to, like, go somewhere else if I'm gonna make this work, and my first stop, I went to, like, New Orleans, lived there briefly, ended up on the West Coast, and I did find that people were really, like, responsive to my music in other places, so, I do my dad's from California, and, we have a lot of friends out there, so it's been really nice. There's people out there that are kinda, like, super supportive and facilitating me coming out and doing shows, and I was really surprised that Nashville was that way too, because 'cause I'm not like a super country artist,
Right, you're
but,
not at all.
for whatever reason, yeah, but it worked, being there. I met a lot of great people in Nashville, and it was a place that I kinda didn't expect, having a like, successful shows and meeting people, but it ended up,
Yeah.
being really cool, so,
So
yeah.
I'm also from the Northeast originally, Massachusetts, born and raised, and it's funny, I'm a huge folk, Americana, roots rock, singer songwriter kind of fan of music, and coming from
Yeah.
where I come from, you wouldn't think that, but like I was very blessed to have known some folk artists in the Northeast when I was growing up, which again, few and far between, but thank goodness I was able to uncover
Yeah.
them as a youngster. But I wanted to talk about your website here. The bio on your website is so freaking
Oh, cool.
interesting to me
Good.
because I just want to talk about the very first couple of lines, and I want you to try to describe them a little bit more. It says tender, immersive moodscapes, which I love. PhD in breakup songs, which I love. Introspective trance folk, and so that's like a whole lot to unwrap by itself. But then it says official bio, and the first three words of the official bio should just be wrapped in gold. Alternative tragic Americana. What in the
Thank you
world
for
is
saying
that?
that.
Yes,
Thank you.
what is
Yeah,
that?
I can yeah, well, I used to have a hard time, like, picking out what genre I was because I think, folk is an obvious one, but then, like, there are other genres. I kinda say, like, alternative is what I am, but, yeah, I remember coming up with that. I was in my parents' basement, and I was, like, trying to write this bio and trying to, like, get a little bit more streamlined with my music. And I was like, what am I? And that was what popped out. I remember I was writing my Flimsy Diatribe EP, and that was the first time I thought of that. But yeah, so alternative. I think my music's pretty tragic for the most part. She's Been Painting isn't really though. That's cool.
Yeah.
A little more upbeat. And then like Americana, because I don't think I'm strictly Americana, but so hopefully it stands out, but I mean, I thought, if I have to distill what I am, that would be kind of close to what I might be.
Well, it's so hard to. I feel like it's really hard to kind of describe yourself anyway, right? Any of us, no matter whether
Yeah,
we're songwriters or
absolutely.
not, right? Like it's just so
Oh
hard
yeah.
to put that into words and try to put those words out to people who have never met you, right? Like, because obviously the idea for you is, or the goal, I would imagine, is you're out on the road. People are going to hear and see you for the first time. They're going to look you up
Yeah.
online, and then you want them to be able to see and hear further what you are and what you think of yourself online. That's the goal, right? Essentially.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And you end up, playing in a lot of different places. People are hearing you for the very first time. And it's a little bit different from like living in a city, one place where people kind of know your music. I end
Right.
up in these situations where people don't know me at all. So yeah, I have to kind of find some tricks and yeah, get people to respond and latch on to it. But it's been great. The last couple weeks were amazing, and it's cool, when that comes back and people are like
Mhm.
relating to the songs. It's a very cool thing. So
Yeah.
I'm
See, for
grateful
me,
for
I'm an interviewer, so like I really grasp on to those self-reflective kind of
that's
words.
cool.
Like when an
Yeah.
artist or singer songwriter creative person at all is willing to put that out there. I always want to delve a little bit deeper in that. And man, I love the introspective trance folk tragic, just so many cool adjectives to describe you.
Cool.
And then, like, if you go down that rabbit hole of your music, it's all so very apt to who you are, what you wrote
Cool.
there.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about something that I hope you will take as a compliment because I 100% mean it as one. I
Okay.
love that you have very little structure in your music. I love that very much about you because I feel like the business in a commercial sense, wants it a certain way, right?
Oh yeah.
And so
Yeah,
that's
very.
going to be a struggle as an artist, because ultimately, at the end of the day, if you're wanting for this to be, a full-time career, you have to sell it. But if you're not
Yeah.
staying within those boundaries that the business kind of makes you stay within, it's hard to sell it. So talk about the struggle of that a little bit, because I love being able to just turn on one of your songs for 8 minutes and not expect it to end halfway done after three. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I think things have gotten like super compressed. And I find I have this conversation a lot, with my dad, who's a musician, and other people, like Light My Fire by the Doors. I think the original version is, I think it's over 10 minutes or 8 minutes or
It's a
something. And
yeah. Inagata Davida is another song. Iron Butterfly, right down the same length that you're talking
yeah,
about. Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot, and I think it's just like the time period. I mean, I've struggled with Elegy too, because it is such a longer song. And some people are like totally down with it. We get it. We like it. We're going to play it. And other people are like, yeah, where's your radio edit? So, um, yeah, I've had that come up a lot. I've listened to a lot of jazz, into like jam bands and, different things
Hmm.
like that, where structure is very secondary to the music. And I've had a hard time in the folk realm because of that, because I don't always fit into the box. And yeah, it's something that I mean, I have shorter songs, but in my, artistic sense, I really want it to kind of be what it is. And my producer, Steve, and I talked about this last release. He's like, we kind of should make it shorter, but I think, the longer version is the version. So,
Hmm.
um, but it definitely is a struggle, I think, coming from, I'd go out to hear jazz with my grandparents, and it would be like one endless song. And I kind of probably come from that school of thought. I wasn't listening to a lot of like pop radio at all. I was listening to older music. And yeah, if you go back, it's Miles Davis. There's a lot of like longer format sort of stuff going on. So
For you as a
yeah.
songwriter, like I hear this a lot. I've interviewed a lot of songwriters, within structure, without it, whatever. It doesn't matter. For you, does the song kind of rule the room, right? In other words, like you're writing the song and you just let the song take you to where it goes, in the sense that you're not really looking at, maybe I should fit this story into 3 minutes or 6 minutes or a structure
Yeah.
or whatever. You just let the song take over, right?
For the most part, I think that's what I do. Yeah, unconscious. It's not very conscious. I think like it's something that I talk to a lot of people about. Like, why are your songs so long? And it really isn't a conscious choice. Like, I do have songs that are like 3, 4 minutes, and but lately it's been a longer song. I'm not sure why, but yeah, it just kind of is what it is, and it comes out how it comes out.
Is it
So
just because the story hasn't been told yet? Like you feel like you have to finish
that's
the
a good
story.
perspective. Yeah, especially with Elegy like that. I mean, yeah, it's like telling your side of a story in that sense. And yeah, like I have a song Bad Conversations that I think is 10 minutes. My
Yeah,
song The Show is longer. Um yeah, I like songs that have a lot of space in them. And I obviously am playing myself. I'm not playing with a band. So
right.
I'm doing it, like normally there might be like a band filling in those pieces, but I'm really like into lyrics, and obviously I chose a Bob Dylan song for my song. Like I really want the lyrics to be at the center, and it's kind of an experimental thing, like in this modern world where we have a lot of like distractionary things. We've got TikTok, we've got news ticker, it's a
Yep.
very compressed world. And I try to like at least carve out a space that's maybe a little bit, I use the word like trance, like meditative,
Yeah.
and maybe what, not necessarily like entertainment. I think yeah, entertainment and selling, I think that's so much a part of the music business. But um I love the idea that music could be like a meditation, rather
Yeah.
than, something to pull back and like take us out of the loudness of everything.
Well, I think you've answered this question for me. It's something that popped into my head before you answered it, but I kind of want to explore it a little bit further. You talked about your music being very lyrical, your songwriting being very lyrical, but telling a story is not 100% lyrical. It never is. Otherwise, it would be a poem and not a song, right? So, how
Oh,
much
yeah.
how much of your story is told with the melody of a song? as opposed to
Ooh,
to
that's
the
a good point.
lyrics?
Yeah, I think yeah, like the tone of the music, the musicality of a song really helps to tell a story. I would say with Elegy too, when I first the melody came first for me, which is unusual. I usually come up with lyrics first, but when I started finding that melody, I was like, this really sounds like Southern California. Like I don't, and when I hear it when I'm driving in SoCal, it really is that place. And I feel like I pinpointed it. And it's the melody. It's not as much the words. It's like the mood and the somber and those sorts of chords. And I think, we don't always like perfectly achieve it, but I do feel really like satisfied in Elegy because it is like those chords and that mood that I think a lot of people maybe who live there respond to. It kind of captures something.
Yeah. I love
Yeah.
that. That's good stuff, man. It's so cool having awesome songwriters to chat with all the time. I'm so blessed.
Thanks for having us. Yeah,
Of
it's
course.
cool
Thank you
to
for
talk.
reaching out. I appreciate it. Let's
Yeah.
talk about your pick of the week. You alluded to it being a Bob Dylan song, and
Yeah.
I love this because you're the first person to not only pick Bob Dylan, but also picked a certain version of a certain
Yeah.
song, which I love even further because, again, I'm a curious soul, so I have to ask
That's
those
good.
questions. So the song is called "Idiot Wind," which is not exactly a well-known song by Dylan. First of all, which I've known of
Yeah.
the song. I have not heard the version that you picked.
Oh,
So
okay.
I want to know, A, why did you pick this song as your pick of the week? And B, what is it about this specific version that you like most?
Yeah. So, yeah, I this is the only version I think I really know and have heard. It's like a much slower version than I guess what is like the faster version of Idiot Win, which I don't know, it's like a completely different song when you listen to the fast versus the slow. And I think some of the lyrics are different between the songs. So this slower version has more unusual lyrics than the traditional one that people do know. And I guess it's not super well known. I didn't know that, but um, I think this is one of the most like relatable Bob Dylan songs. I think he can be very like cryptic and esoteric, and this to me feels very like human and personal from him. And it's a song about kind of like a statement on alienation between people, and it kind of mirrors like my song Elegy. I definitely like it's my my song Elegy is kind of like my version of Idiot Wind. And there's just some really like profound but simple lyrics. You find out when you reach the top you were on the bottom. Like that's such an amazing lyric that I think about a lot.
Mm.
And at the final shot he won the war after losing every battle. It's just a very personal song, and I think you really see like the human Bob Dylan. I think he's such a legend,
Mhm.
but this is like so intimate. And
Well, I do want to
yeah, I just
clarify, if you're not a Dylan fan, you probably haven't heard of this song. If you're a Dylan fan, you have. It is a well-known song if you're a
yeah,
Dylan fan. But like outside of being a huge Dylan fan, most people have not heard of this song. So I'm excited to
yeah,
share it. It's going to be fun for sure.
cool.
Um,
Yeah, I think it's a good song.
let's talk about Elegy. That's the song we're featuring tonight with Miss Anna Mae on the show for the first time. Tell us about the song, how it came to be. You did allude to it a little bit
Yeah,
with it being a California SoCal vibe. But,
yeah,
was that the impetus for the song?
yeah, and a breakup. Hence PhD in breakup
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
songs.
yeah.
Yeah, I went out to San Diego. I had met someone. Thought I was going to end up in San Diego, and we broke up over the holidays. And it's kind of strange. Like it was very unexpected, and my I kind of transferred my whole life to Southern California, and got some shows there. Started to kind of build, what I thought was going to be my future there. Um, and things changed, pretty abruptly. But what was interesting is this song kind of didn't come about until like the end of January. I thought for the longest time, like, I'm not going to have a song about this. Like, it was so abrupt, it was so fast. And then, sure enough, this song came. And yeah, like I said, I think I'm proud of it in that I think it does pinpoint a place and a person, obviously. And, songs can go in a lot of different directions, but with this in particular, I really felt like I got it right. I felt like, okay, this is it, and I feel that when I hear it. And I don't like listening to all of my songs after, but I have actually been listening to this, and I just wanted it to be like something really visceral and something like relatable, even if it's very detailed, I think, and for people who live in San Diego, would kind of appreciate it. But I think it can kind of cross lines and be appreciated by anyone. And what was interesting is I kind of premiered it on KXFM a couple of weeks ago, and I never thought of it, but the chorus is kind of like San Diego, it's just kind of this aching like San Diego. And the host had said, well, it's kind of like you're saying that instead of saying the person's name. And I just never really thought of that. But I said, wow, that's a really, really cool way to interpret it. And it kind of is that way.
Yeah,
So,
interpretation of music is amazing, isn't it?
What was that?
I said interpretation of music is amazing.
I know. Yeah, that's why it's so cool to like have, be on shows like this, because you really do, hear people's perspective on songs. It's amazing. Yeah.
We're excited to have you here, Anna. If people are hearing about you for the first time, where can they follow along with everything you got going on?
Yeah. I guess Instagram, like instagram.com/animefolk. I try to update that. I have YouTube. I think everywhere I'm just anime folk, and maybe like there's a backslash on YouTube. I think I have a Facebook, and then like my music's on Bandcamp, so anime.bandcamp.com. And I think I'm on Spotify, but I don't have all my songs there. I do have Elegy, and I have like some recent songs, but I'm a little bit anti-Spotify. So.
And I'm there with you. I understand that completely. You do have a website as well. It's animemusic.com that you guys can go check out. We'll make sure for those of you that are watching this in the future, not the live version, we will make sure that there is a link in the description for the webpage. For you folks out there that are watching live, I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste that into our chats right now so you guys can check her out. Again, check out the bio, which really stood out for me. But again, I'm that interviewer geek, right? The songwriting nerd. So like I see bios like that, I get stoked about it. But you guys click on that. Make sure you're following Anna everywhere. You can click on the website to the contact area to find all of your different social medias and stuff. And it is Anime Folk pretty much everywhere. So you guys make sure you're following along with Anna. And Anna, thank you so much again for your time tonight. We're going to get into the music.
Thanks so much for having me, Chris.
All right, man. Yeah, don't be afraid to reach out anytime.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
You have a good rest of your night.
Have a good one. Yeah, you too.
All right,
thanks.
Bye-bye. That was Anna Mae Folk once again here on Tunesday Tuesday number 22. I want to reiterate again, if you are here for the interview only on YouTube, again, the recap for the entire episode will be in your description below for episode 22 if you want to check out all the music as well. But without any further ado, guys, we are going to get right into the music. The very first song we are playing tonight, again, is the song that Anna and I were just talking about. This is Elegy.
Dreaming days, golden haze, stuck on the highway in the endless place. French records play Thanksgiving Day, nobody else can make me feel this way. Shooting like stars, don't you know I miss the way you are. Didn't know how fast you'd go, you're where glass hits the orange glow. In these towns that I don't know, the and I'll come. San Diego, San Diego. A little gleam on evening streets glistening like our elegy. Darkness upon Solana Beach, we found the place where two sunsets meet, sunken down so deep. I only feel you when we. You're somewhere far under stars, a fixture of forgotten dive bars. No matter which way I go to San Diego. End of the line, no surprise, but you told me, honey, you are mine. San Diego, San Diego. You must have sensed I was alone, but I couldn't pry you from your throne. Elaborate and unprepared, how could you give me this electric chair? This warmth on my body, your love in my eyes, I keep trying to keep us alive. Hills of heartbreak falling like dreams. You are the best and worst that I've ever seen. Flames and embers float between a lost land of possibility. San Diego, San Diego. Will there ever be someone like you who held all of what I ever knew? But like me too, you were born disappearing into bloom. Baby, I'll always remember you. Too much chaos to ever find you. Didn't know softly cradled all the dreams that are in my head. I'll never know what summer was like. Endless summer brings the darkest night. Long lost desert eyes fall into a frost bewildered sky. You just pretend I'm not alive. Numb like I've never known after every wind had blown to San Diego. Strange corridors where I was endured don't make me blue when I fight for you. All I have to hold is what I miss. Will there be anything after this? San Diego, San Diego. Didn't know if I'd be alright, or if I could die tonight. I only know your tyranny left to write an elegy.
All right, it's Anime with Elegy right here on Tunesday Tuesday, number 22. So excited to be here live every single Tuesday. I want to thank everybody who is watching out there as well. And to remind you all, if you want to support the show, you can do so by donating to your link in the description below, or if you're watching live, there should be a link in your chat right now. We definitely appreciate anybody who helps support the show. It does. One of the things we do use this money for, if it comes in, is to pay for YouTube Premium, which is right here, so we don't get any ads on this show. So I do appreciate everybody who does come through with a donation every week. We usually get one or two a week, so hopefully that will continue. But thank you all for that. We're going to get into Anime's pick of the week. This one is the song we were just talking about with Anna. This is Idiot Wind, and it's the slow version by the immortal Bob Dylan. You'll check it out. Thanks to Anime's pick of the week, which is Idiot Wind, here on episode 22 of Tunesday Tuesday. You can't go worse than Bob Dylan. Just an incredible songwriter, one of the best ever in the history of music. Moving on to our next song, we do have a request here in the live chat. We're going to play the request after this next song. I just want to make sure that we get our first song out of the way, because we've got our two featured songs. This is the beginning of the actual playlist. Then we'll play our first request. But I do want to let people know, if you are watching on Facebook and Twitch, you are more than welcome to request a song. Just put the artist and title of the song in your chat. The song cannot be offensive or hateful in any way, and we will play it. Doesn't matter what genre or anything like that. But all the way from Austin, Texas, this is the grimy, gothic, alt-pop band Autumn Stay. Y'all check it out.
push your foot in to the back of the line. We're the ones to push your foot in to the back of the line. We're the ones to push your foot in. SoulBlaster, rocking to the ever after. SoulBlaster's coming out. SoulBlaster's coming out. SoulBlaster's coming out. Yeah. SoulBlasters, autumn's here to stay. Gonna sex you up, gonna make you all obey. Yeah. SoulBlaster's coming out. SoulBlaster's coming out. SoulBlaster's coming out. SoulBlaster, rocking to the after. We're the ones to push your foot in to the back of the line. We're the ones to push your foot in to the back of the line.
All right, it's Autumn Stay here on Tunesday Tuesday for the first time ever. And we have our first request of the evening. This is Tyler Richton and the High Bank Boys. This is called Glacier Days by request. Thank you for requesting. Enjoy the song, y'all.
She's got emerald eyes and long blonde hair, sophisticated smile and a confident air. A big city girl that can heat up the night, but my heart still goes to the cold of big sky. I wish you'd take a match and light up a flame I was looking for in my younger days, but that sleeping bag on the mountain range still holds my mind on our glacier days. She cares all about my crummy days. Her laughs at my jokes takes my cares away. But that Montana sky and those big pine trees where we were in love still call to me. I wish you'd take a match and light up the flame I was looking for in my younger days, but that sleeping bag on the mountain range still holds my mind on our glacier days. She's got emerald eyes and long blonde hair, but my heart's with you in that mountain air. I wish you'd take a match and light up the flame I was looking for in my younger days, but that sleeping bag on the mountain range still holds my mind on our glacier days. She's got emerald eyes and long blonde hair, sophisticated smile and a confident air.
Tyler Richton and the High Bank Boys with the song called Glacier Days. Tyler Richton is from the Deep River, Iowa area, which is probably kind of close to where our requester comes from, my friend Fubar. Again, guys, if you are watching live on Twitch or Facebook, you're welcome to request a song. Just put the artist and title of the song in your chat. Make sure it's not offensive or hateful in any way, and we will get that song into our playlist immediately, if not quicker. And next up here on the show, we have my buddies from the incredible Tyler rock band, Victims of Sanity. This is my wife's favorite song by them. It is called Nexus. song is called Nexus. The band is called The Victims of Sanity. Some good shit right there, y'all. Hope you enjoyed it. I've known Victims of Sanity for a really, really long time. I hope they can come back together. But I got to tell you guys a little bit of a story. So as you're laying in bed with your wife, me especially, every single week, we are featuring over close to 25 songs on my platforms between, Tunesday Tuesday and Songs of the Day and Songs of the Week. And so you would think we would run out of songs eventually or repeat the same artists a lot, which we have not done a lot on Songs of the Day, Songs of the Week, or Tunesday Tuesday. But sometimes I will look over at my wife and I will say, hey, what song do you think I should play on Tunesday Tuesday this week? And so I asked her that this week, and she unleashed one of the longest and loudest belches I have heard in my existence on planet Earth. So I started looking for a song with that title. And this is what we found. This is Little Sis Nora. I hope you guys enjoy.
Hey, yo, check this out.
So bang that bitch like you do it on the bongo. Sweet talk, I'ma do a sick flow. Drop that bass, let me show you how to get low. Yeah, that booty better bounce on the dance floor. I'ma be a gangsta, I'ma be a mofo. I'ma keep it going till the motherfucking world knows. Come on over solo, we can take it slow-mo. We gon' make it bounce, come and pump it in the limo. I can sing and I can dance, I ain't got no OnlyFans. Sitting here with all my empty cans, but the rhythm starts to kick when the bubbles going quick. Let me show you something really sick.
My party trick. Trick.
Not every boy wanna see me naked. Keep on faking, you will never make it. Roll it up and you motherfucking place it. I'ma fly low like I'm sitting in the cockpit. I'm getting like a fiddle as I'm going for the bigger. I'm heading for the sky while you're sitting in the middle. I'm a little bit of bitter. I ain't never gonna wiggle as I'm always at the top. I can sing and I can dance. I ain't got
Wait.
no
Hold on. We want to feel you, Nora. Let's go. Come on.
But the
Say, show us some effort, please.
Okay, let me show you something really sick.
What a freaking time to be alive, ladies and gentlemen. That is Little Sis Nora with Party Trick. Oh my God, what a time to be alive. All right, GG, on to the next, one of my favorite bands in a steampunk genre. This is called Brass Goggles by the one and only steam-powered Giraffe. Y'all check it out.
Hey, you seated comfortably? Got your bag of pork rinds and or sandwich? Great. I need you to sing along. This is sing along, this next song. Even if you're in your underwear, sing loud and proud. Now, if you don't know the lyrics, just follow the bouncing pug head. It'll show you the way. Now, don't follow the red star. That will give you the wrong lyrics and completely ignore the chihuahua head. Just the pug, all right? Then we're good to go. Without any further ado,
Attune your ears to the grinding gears.
we're Come with me, I'll show you how to be a metal man. When the gears are turning and the fires are burning, when the world takes around, your voice is talking all the time. And you live for sleeping, you've never slept because you cannot sleep. Gonna Walter was shout when he learned from the Nile. Copper African elephants turning hostile. So we built these wonderful automaton boats and a very big steam mountain Giraffe smokes. Now the war is past and over. We're left to sit and wonder what is life and what is real, and why do living things need feelings? Are you ready? Here we go. La 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 How'd you like to try a pumping lead through your veins? Or have a heart so wet and gold it starts rusting? When your brain ticks on stopping, your voice is talking all the time. And you live for feelings you've never felt because you cannot feel. And what is this leaking affecting my eye? Cause the oil that is dripping, mean this is a crime. Will I ever be something with feeling to wine? Or am I just a boiler with nothing inside? I want all today, don't want to hear you say you can't do this, you can't do that. You're not a living thing with feelings. I can't hear. Here we go. La 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 Couple African elephants are turning outside. So we built these wonderful automaton floats and a very big steamboat Giraffe smokes. 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 A very big steamboat Giraffe smokes.
One of my favorite groups, Steam Powered Giraffe. Man, I really miss that iteration of them as well, man. They haven't been the same without these three. I don't know what happened for them to have a different iteration, which, by the way, the different iteration is also extremely good. I just liked this lineup the best. Just my opinion. I listen to all of their music, and they have a lot of like gaming style soundtracks as well. Like they've done soundtracks for games, like actual video games. So I love Steam Powered Giraffe. Anyway, moving on, we're going to play an artist from Oklahoma. This is Amy Jack and a song called The Dogs Keep Barking, but the Bus Keeps Moving. Y'all check it out.
We put the pedal to the metal, yeah, we're marching into town. Gonna give them one hell of a show. We're kinda crazy, baby, yeah, we living loud. We're so hot, you can choke on a smoke. You can't hold us down, because we got this
Jack's latest. The song is called "The Dogs Keep Barking, but the Bus Keeps Moving." Cute little video here as well.
About time for you to listen to something.
Appreciate that song too. I'm not sure where I saw that her song just came out, but again, Amy Jack is from Oklahoma, now living in the Fort Worth, Dallas area, I believe. We do have another request that has just come in. I'm going to get to that right after this song. This song is by a band out of Houston called Sasser. And this is actually Acorn's nephew's cousin. So kind of in the family, so to speak. This is Sasser, and the song is called Something New.
New. Woo!
Here we go, it was bound to happen soon. We were up late night, you and her in your room. Wondering if I should go and try to make a move. Maybe this could bloom into something new.
And Sasser.
Let's go! Let's go!
Congratulations, everybody. Congratulations.
Let's go!
All right, now play some of the music.
All right, that's Sasser with a song called Something New from Houston, Texas. Let's go. Let's go. We have another request coming in from Twitch. My buddy Kumi has requested a song from Swiss-born, London-based singer-songwriter Kings Elliot. This song is called Starcrossed.
Hold me one more time, then I swear I will be going. Oceans in our eyes, let the tears burn as they're flowing. Call it a curse or a fault in the sky, but we'll never get to decide. And I hate to say goodbye. And darling, I don't wanna go. Can we hold on till the morning? And I need you the most, but the sky's already falling. And I don't wanna give you up, I don't wanna make you
That's right. Starcrossed is the song. It's King's Elliot from across the pond by request from Cool Me here on Twitch. Thank you very much for the request. Guys, my buddy Payton Riley has a brand new single that just came out. I'm excited to show this song. It is called Weather Boy. My buddy Payton will be on the show, on the podcast in June. June 14th, I think, is when her episode will drop. But this is Weather Boy by the one and only Payton Riley.
You change just like the seasons. You love me, you hate me. In one day, it's hard to keep up. You're like a human hurricane. I'll never be happy with you. Tired dealing with your daddy issues. Your lies, these start to bore me. Tired hearing the same old stories. Tired being made the villain. 'Cause you can't be a man. Tired making no mistakes. Won't do it again. So bye bye, weather boy. So bye bye, weather boy. I've been waiting for years for my dreams to come true. But happy ever after wasn't made for me and you. I'll never be happy with you. Tired dealing with your daddy issues. Your lies, these start to bore me. Tired of hearing the same old stories. Tired being made the villain. 'Cause you can't be a man. Tired making no mistakes. Won't do it again. So bye bye, weather boy. It took me a while to see the truth. I never really meant that much to you. You said forever, but means never. You got a lot of growing up to do. I'll never be happy with you. Tired dealing with your daddy issues. Your lies, they start to bore me. Tired of hearing the same old story. Well, I guess I'm just a villain. 'Cause you can't be a man. Tired making no mistakes. Won't do it again. So bye bye, weather boy. So bye bye, weather boy. So bye bye, weather boy. So bye bye, weather boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Payton Riley is going to be a huge, huge star. Okay, mark these words right now. Mark them down. Trust me, Payton Riley is going to explode. All right, guys. Next up here on Tunesday Tuesday, the 22nd episode of this show. Crazy how time flies. We have got Micky and the Motorcars here on the show for the very first time. This song is called The Heart Is Almost Gone, and I'm pretty sure this is a brand new single. It's about a month old. So, yes, this is their newest single. The Heart Is Almost Gone from the incredible Micky and the Motorcars. Y'all check it out.
I said goodbye to you again. I was in Montana when we made it final. keep my mind from drifting down this two-lane highway that doesn't want to end. And I see your face in every cloud in the big sky, and I hear your name drift away with the wind. And I'm dying inside, I'm too tired to play the game, thinking about what might have been, knowing that this is the found myself on that old familiar dirt road, leading to our secret spot where we lay beneath the stars. And I can't sleep, I'm too afraid of dreaming, I'm too afraid of believing that you're back here in my arms. And I'm dying inside, I'm too tired to play the game, thinking about what might have been, knowing that this is the end.
All right, it's Micky and the Motorcars. The song is The Heart Is Almost Gone. Brand new single live here on Tunesday Tuesday. Another great song on this show. Episode number 22. Want to thank everybody for checking us out tonight. We have another request that's come in. I will get to that right after this next song. As you guys may know, if you've been here with me through this journey, obviously we have an interview-style talk show podcast that I also do at least one episode a week every Saturday. Sometimes we have bonus episodes on Friday as well. But this week we just have the one episode on Saturday, and we are featuring a young lady from the Lakeland, Florida area of the country here on Saturday. I was very blessed to have gotten to meet this young lady. I booked her for a show here in East Texas a couple weeks ago. And we were able to sit down and chat with her and feature her for an episode of the Boston Chris podcast. And as you guys may know, anytime I have a song, for every single week here on the Tuesday broadcast, why am I having a hard time talking all of a sudden? Interesting. I always try to feature at least a song from the weekly podcast guest. So this week we are going to feature Van Plating, who is my guest this week on episode number 57 of the Boston Chris podcast. And this is her brand new single. It's called Yesterday Got in the Way, featuring Kelly Mickwee.
Gotta keep moving, sure got a long way to go. Up to try and steal the show, just like all the rest. I've been asleep, and yesterday got in the way.
waste my time. I've been from world to world and back today. Oh, yesterday, yesterday got in the way. Oh, yesterday got in the way and slowed me down. Yesterday got in the way. Sometimes I wonder which way they're gonna fall. If you didn't know me, you wouldn't have to ask it all. It's in the stars, it's out of my control. 'Cause yesterday, yesterday got in the way. Oh, yesterday got in the way and slowed me down. Yesterday got in the way. Yesterday got in the way. Yesterday.
All right, that is my buddy Van playing again. She will be my guest this Saturday night on the Boston Chris podcast, episode number 57. You can find that wherever you listen to podcasts all over the world at the Boston Chris Show. Van Plating, episode 57. That is her new single called Yesterday Got in the Way, which, by the way, she performed live on the show. The very first time that song has ever been plastered somewhere on the internet, which I am very, very excited to have shared that. We have another request by my buddy Cool Me. This is Houston, Texas, alternative rock artist Nate Vickers with a song called Ghost. Y'all check it out.
It's 3 a.m. All I have left is a ghost of you. You were the one I could run to get me
right, the song is called Ghost. The artist is Nate Vickers from Houston, Texas. Thank you again for the request. This time on Twitch. Appreciate everybody that's watching on Twitch. Everybody's over there on Facebook. I love you guys. Thanks for checking us out. We have a new feature this week. Actually, we have a couple of new features, and I'm excited to introduce both of these. This one here is the Global Song of the Week. We're going to be trying to do this each and every week. We have several different features here on Tunesday Tuesday, which is what's going to make this show really kind of, really eclectic and diverse, right? And visceral. All of those cool words that come to music. Really excited about our very first Global Song of the Week. Let me tell you guys a little bit about the band that we chose for the Global Song of the Week this week. The band is called Dead Can Dance, and they are an Australian world music and dark wave band from Melbourne, Australia. They are currently composed of Lisa Gerard and Brendan Perry. The group was formed in 1981. They relocated to London the following year. An Australian music historian, Ian McFarlane, describes Dead Can Dance's style as, quote, constructed soundscapes of mesmerizing grandeur and solemn beauty, including African polyrhythms, Gaelic folk, Gregorian chant, Middle Eastern music, mantras, and art rock. Our very first Global Song of the Week is called Opium by Dead Can Dance.
and walk through that door. Outside, the black night calls my name, but our roads look the same. They lead nowhere. They lead
right, the band is Dead Can Dance, our very first ever global song of the week. The song is called Opium. Dead Can Dance is from Melbourne, Australia. And we have come to our TikTok Stop Scrolling song of the week. And you guys hear me talk about this every week, but I have to explain every week so you guys know. You know, TikTok, you're scrolling all the time. And I see an artist or hear an artist that I love, and it makes me stop scrolling. If a song on TikTok makes me stop scrolling, I usually follow that artist, I make a note of it, and then we feature them right here in this segment. Now, you guys may have noticed that I've been pretty heavily on my phone tonight, and that is because this week's Stop Scrolling Song of the Week is by an artist I absolutely love. They're called The Dries, and I got an email address from them to send them an email for them to be on the podcast. So I've been working on that email in between songs. I'm really excited about this. This will be the second time that we've had a duo that is a couple as our TikTok Stop Scrolling Song of the Week. And both times, that couple that was a duo is from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. What are the frickin' chances of that, guys? They have to be pretty remote. Here is The Dries. The song is called Making Love All Day. I love these guy and girl.
I've been watching you across the room, watching the way you move. It sure kind of turns me on, like the sweet, sweet sound of that water turning on, getting down to business. My sexy man doing the dishes.
Nothing gets me quite cranked up.
Oh, really?
Like no makeup Saturdays and coffee cups. She thinks she looks like a hot mess. Got my heart straight racing out of my chest, already wishing. Just over here doing these dishes. I guess it's true what they say. Making love starts early in all kinds of ways. Ain't always living, ain't always lace, ain't always a candle on a low price day. Sometimes it's laundry, you washing my car, raking the leaves up in our backyard. Yes, he ain't cheap, means something works every time for play. When you start making love all day. It's the kind of fight that's hard to explain. If a one night stand's always been your thing,
It don't work if all you want is cheap thrills, and it can't be bought throwing dollar
bills, the sweetest kisses.
Usually start right after doing the dishes.
I guess it's true what they say. Making love starts early in all kinds of ways. Ain't always leather, ain't always lace, ain't always a candle on an overpriced day. Sometimes it's laundry, you washing my car, raking the leaves up in our backyard. It's the ain't cheap means something works every time for play.
When you start making love all day, hey, he's my sweaty man with some greasy hands.
She can work a leaf blower better than I ever can. Oh, I love that farmer's tan. I guess it's true what they say. Making love starts early in all kinds of ways. Ain't always leather, ain't always lace, ain't always a candle on an overpriced day. Sometimes it's laundry, you washing my car, raking the leaves up in our backyard. It's the ain't cheap means something works every time for play. When you start making love all day.
Man, do I love me some Dries, y'all. Oh my goodness. I hope it works out that we can get them on the show. So stoked to maybe get to talk to them. What a freaking vibe, y'all. And it's all because they're clearly in love. And I just love that so much. Because I'm experiencing exactly that myself, right? So I'm extremely blessed to be able to say those words. But guys, the Texas Regional Radio Report chart is frozen for the week because of the Texas Regional Radio Awards that were this past Monday. Not yesterday, but the week before. So because typically the Regional Radio Report will give us a new #1 song every week, it's very unusual for a song to repeat at #1 if this chart is not frozen. But because of that, I have moved over to the Texas Country Music chart, which is a different chart for this week's Texas #1. And the #1 song in Texas on the Texas Country Music chart is Cleto Cordero's band, which, again, we played them last week because, I wasn't expecting them to be #1 this week. I should have been. I should have been ready for that. I'm also excited to announce that Flatland Cavalry, has also just gotten a nomination from the Academy of Country Music for Vocal Group of the Year. Congratulations, Cleto and company, not only on your #1 song this week, which is called Lubbock, but what an incredible accomplishment to get an award nomination from the Academy of Country Music. Y'all check out the song. It's called Lubbock. This is the official lyric video. And for you guys that may not know, this is Caitlin Butts' husband.
If you headed west on 84, you're in her driveway. She'll greet you with the welcome back, a cotton fields and a wind turbine bouquet. The sinking summer sun's her porch light. It's so bright I look away. Mac Davis playing on my stereo brings a smile to my face. God, I miss this place. Take me home where the air is dry and the cotton in the winter wheat grow knee high. I tell you, friend, I ain't ain't seen a prettier sunset sky. A little windy, but I don't mind. Little breeze through my hair suits me just fine. And you ought to see them stars burn at night. Feeling low from the road, time to head back home. Nothing like a little bit of Lubbock to get me high. She's quite an artsy lady. She gave birth to rock and roll. If you asked her where her heart's at, she'd tell you she got country in her soul. And you can hear them singing on Broadway or down in the depot. There goes to Buddy Holly, still alive and singing this song. Take me home where the air is dry and the cotton in the winter wheat grow knee high. I tell you, friend, I ain't seen a prettier sunset sky. A little windy, but I don't mind. Little breeze through my hair suits me just fine. And you ought to see them stars burn at night. Feeling low on the road, time to head back home. Nothing like a little bit of Lubbock to get me high. The farmers working hard all week, breaking their back, sending prayers to an autumn harvest moon. And on Saturdays they paint that town scarlet and black, off of 19th Street down where the lights are blue.
Flatland Cavalry, the #1 song in Texas, which is called Lubbock. I love the song. Guys, we have gotten to our second brand new feature this week in honor of baseball season starting, because I'm a huge baseball fan and I'm a huge music fan, two of the biggest passions I have. We've started a new thing called Double Play. And the Double Play is going to be consecutive songs to end the show by the same artist, and that artist will also be our marquee artist of the week. Well, our marquee artist of this week is the incredibly talented and just an incredible artist, Miss Summer Dean, who is from Fort Worth, Texas, if I'm not mistaken. The first song of our Double Play by Summer Dean is called Somebody's Knocking. Y'all check it out.
Somebody's knocking, should I let him in? Lord, it's the devil Somebody's knocking, should I let him in? Lord, it's the devil, would you look at him? Well, I've heard about him, but I never dreamed he'd have blue eyes and blue jeans. He must have tapped my telephone line. He must have known I'm spending all of my time alone. He said we'd have one heavenly night. My fever's burning, so we ought to be right at home. Must have tapped my telephone lines. He must have known I'm spending all of my time alone. He said we'd have one heavenly night. My fever's burning, so we ought to be right at home. Somebody's knocking. Somebody's knocking. Yeah, somebody's knocking. Somebody's knocking.
Guys, that was Summer Dean with Somebody's Knocking, originally done by Terry Gibbs in 1980, October of 1980. Another remarkable song. I'm excited to get to the second half of the double play. But guys, I got to tell you guys a little bit of a story. It was really funny in my mute. The mic was muted and all that. But we unmuted it. Now we're back, and I'll tell the story, and it'll be just as funny, okay? So I decided today that I was going to pull a nose hair and see if it would hurt, right? And so as I started to do it, judging by the reaction of the guy standing in line behind me at Jersey Mike's today, I'm gonna assume it probably did hurt a little bit. He was screaming his freaking head off. I'm just gonna tell you. And the fact that he chased me around Tyler, Texas for like 20 minutes, I'm gonna assume it probably hurt. The guy just wouldn't even let it go, right? Like it just kept on and kept on. I mean, guys, get over it, okay? But yeah, to answer the question, I'm gonna say it probably hurt. But anyway, guys, here's the second half of our double play from Summer Dean featuring the incredible Coulter Wall. This one is called You're Lucky She's Lonely.
You're lucky she's lonely. You're lucky she's blue. I'd place your bet on the heartbroken brunette with the wailing tattoo. She's a maiden of misery. Don't need a white horse or chivalry. So just make your move. You got nothing to prove. You're lucky she's blue.
You're lucky she's lovesick and limping along. There's no cure but time for past love unkind in a busted up home. She can see through your charm as you reach for her arm and lead her up to your room. But keep in mind, if you do, you're lucky she's blue. Don't give a damn. You're lucky she's lonely. You're lucky she's blue.
Ooh-wee, it's Summer Dean and Coulter Wall. What a freaking duo, right? Oh my goodness. Oh man, that gets us through another week of Tunesday Tuesday, episode number 22? Question mark? Is this 22? Golly, man, I've been saying it all night and I don't remember now. Is that for real? I believe we're on 22 and next week is 23. That is correct. Yes, episode 22 tonight, featuring my new friend Anna Mae Folk from Connecticut. Here is our guest next week, guys. This is my friend April N. Smith. I've known April for a while. In fact, I think I met April when we did the ETX Music's Got Talent at the Gilmer Civic Center way back in like 2018 or I believe it was 2018. So that's when I met April. She had a different name then. She's gotten married since then. But excited to chat with her about her brand new single. It's called Broke My Rose-Colored Glasses. She is actually based here in East Texas. So excited to chat with her and catch up. I haven't chatted with April in a while. So you guys make sure you're checking us out next week, which will be episode number 23. And starting next week as well, I'm going to start a new thing where if we are able to get $20 or more in donations during the live show, then I will add an additional hour of music, and then I will just have to pick the music as we go, which should be interesting because you just never know where my mind might go in that hour. So keep that in mind for next week. That's what we're going to do here on Tunesday Tuesday. I do appreciate everybody who hung out with us tonight. Thank you for the donation, Mr. Coolme. Thank you for the requests from Fubar and Coolme as well. Love you guys. Once again, want to thank Anna Mae for hanging out with us tonight for about, I guess it was about 30 minutes, chatting with her about her art and her new song and all kinds of stuff. All of this will be out on YouTube very shortly. I get to work right on that after we stop the live button. And hopefully we'll get a gaming stream in very shortly too, guys. So thanks for hanging out with me tonight, and I'll see you soon. Much love.